is Clayton Laumbach. My name is Josiah Laumbach.
My name's Matt Laumbach.
And I'm April Laumbach. A friend of mine wanted to get connected into a church, and she said, well, let's try Central Christian. And so we came, and I started teaching the 2-year-old class and taught that for a very long time. And I ended up becoming a member. I was baptized here, and then Matt and I were married here. So, and it was just a family right away. People were so welcoming, and it was just such a comfortable place to be.
It's just been a great journey coming to Central Christian, and I started coming to Central probably a couple of years after you started here, and I was working at a dairy at the time, and coming in on Sundays was kind of difficult, but it was just such a great journey.
When we started our Connect group, there was only one other couple that we knew and that were really great friends of ours. And it was a little nerve-wracking. We were the youngest in that group, and when you're the youngest in a group, it is, you feel a little green about life. But as soon as we all met that night, we were instantly all connected. And it was like as if God had purposefully taken us and put us all together because we all needed each other at that moment in time.
When we joined our Connect group, we were hurting. We were having a hard time just for some different reasons. And when we started spending time with these individuals every month, and phone calls and all the different things that have occurred during that time, it was just a sense of peace that came about our challenging situation, to know that other people cared and that we had people praying for us, not just through a church, but through a close interaction like the Connect group brought.
It was like a balm to a hurting heart, and that was so special to us. Oh goodness. It was probably 2013 when we decided we were going to try and start a family. And months went by and nothing. And so we started seeing specialists. And when you go through these types of things, you want to control everything. And so that's why you want to find out, and knowledge is power, but faith is indefinitely more powerful. And we started going to these specialists, and it was a door, almost like a door closing each time. And when that happens, it completely breaks your heart. And we're not speaking to anybody, we're not telling anybody. And a year and a half into it, of just being brokenhearted, for me, I finally was that, God, I can't do this anymore. I'm so mad, I'm so hurt, and I can't hold myself up anymore.
It's time to give it up to you.
I'm done trying to control everything.
Well, we came from this apex of life where things had gone really, really well. So I'm a physician assistant, and I completed my program that year. We were really excited to start the family, and we had bought a bigger house. We had really set ourselves up to go on ahead and move forward to have children. And whenever that didn't happen, it was just crushing. It was very challenging. So we worked at it. We put the time in to learn what we could do, and none of the options really seemed to fit at the time. And so, here we are walking into this, big, beautiful house that we had bought for a family, for children, and it was very difficult. It was very challenging to think that that's what we're going to have to do.
And at one point, we just said, okay, well, maybe we're just meant to be Aunt April and Uncle Matt, and that's going to be enough for us. And just when we thought that would be enough for us, and we started putting God back in the forefront of our lives, things started to change. And it took some convincing, but we decided to, it was convincing for Matt, but, we had some friends that had gone through CYFD and got licensed and had adopted a child. And, so here comes the light bulb off in my head because I'm a planner. And I'm like, well, let's do this. Let's try it. And so we did the classes to become foster parents. And we thought, well, maybe even if we don't adopt, then we can be foster parents, because this want was still in our hearts. Mm-hmm. It was the desire of our hearts. And God ultimately knows the desire of your heart.
Even during that time, we were having people tell us that this isn't an adoption place. This is a place where you're supposed to foster. Mm-hmm. And so, it was a bit discouraging, but we thought, well, we're going through this process. We're going to just trust in Him and remain faithful and remain in thinking that there's something greater for us in our future. Mm-hmm. Our boys have always been our boys from day one. We love them so much. They came into our house as fosters initially, and as that process went on, within 9 months, they were in our household and were officially ours.
Through this whole process, our Connect group was with us and cheering us, and our church family was with us and cheering for us. When our hearts were bleeding, their hearts were bleeding. And, it's something to quite miraculously to behold, when people come together and pray for each other and care for each other. It is a miracle of life. And I think that this whole story is a testament to God's divine intervention and His hand on his people. So if this isn't something of a miracle, I don't know what is.
We are Central, and we're in this together.